Sekou and his team were fantastic to work with. We knew that Sekou was a master with words, so we were able to give him the general direction and the feeling we wanted the audience to walk away with. We certainly didn't need to micromanage him or script him. We told him, we want this audience to walk away inspired and ready to do something to make their community better, and he took care of the rest. He was a true professional and just wonderful to work with. His team was also fantastic. They were kind, they were responsive, and just wonderful to work with.
So it is amazing the preparation that he and his team, I should point out, do. Fabulous professional team to work with. I never had to wait for an answer to a question. They were amazing.
Easy to work with, a great personality as a person, and his whole organization that supports him did wonderful work. We had an amazing experience with it, and we're looking at ways we could work with him going forward.
Working with Sekou is fantastic. He's really easy to work with, really flexible, and he's actually really fast and efficient with what he does.
When you are thinking about how best to work with Sekou, one of the best tips for success I can give you is that he really knows what works for giving his presentations the way he needs to. And while some of his requests might feel a little bit unorthodox, I think our whole conference really benefited from following Sekou's lead in terms of how his poetic voice could make the best impact on our listeners.
I let go and had Sekou run his process. He knew the general direction I was going. He knew what the strategic objectives are for me in the business, but also for the organization. And I just let him alone, didn't manage or get involved in his process much. And the ROI on this event was incredible.
The way that he likes to work is he just likes to soak up information before he spits it out in his very creative and artistic way. So in booking him, it's basically about giving him the objective, giving him as many tools and projects and PowerPoints and things that we've worked with in the past, and then sitting down and just talking to him, having a dialogue about what we're trying to accomplish. And then he literally turns it around and just spits out this masterpiece of exactly what we're trying to do.
And it worked beautifully. We did, as we sit here, taped it just a few days ago, and he rewrote my script, which normally would be painful, but he made it just words that he came up with. I wish I could have thought of. So it was fantastic too. Not only the voice, but the words were improved dramatically. And he wrote it about a half hour before he spoke them. It took me weeks. It's not fair.
I got to tell you, he walked in and just the energy and the environment that he created, in 2 seconds he understood what my challenge was, and in 2 seconds, was able to say, check the box, I totally get where you want to go with Shift.
Working with Sekou, awesome. He showed up on time, he came prepared, he took his job seriously in regards to the preparation, made sure the room was set, made sure he had the tools, and that he was in a situation to be successful. And so I definitely appreciated seeing that. So we knew going into the performance, which he is a performer, that he executed well. And to figure out what we had, we came up with 4 options for 4 of Sekou's speeches that could work. We narrowed it down to 2. Then finally I said, I'm gonna step away. I believe in what you're doing. You pick the 1, and then he picked the 1, and I said, here's what I'd ask. There's these 6 or 8 things. Can you make sure that you mention them in various ways somewhere in your speech? And he executed flawlessly.
Sekou connected with our audience in a way I haven't seen other speakers do, and I don't believe that was by accident. He spent a significant amount of time before the event asking me to help him understand what our audience cares about, what keeps them up at night, what their day-to-day looks like, what lingo they use. And he managed to seamlessly work that into the content that he delivered in an emotional, impactful, and connected way.
So not only is Sekou brilliant at what he does and is just a master of his craft, he's also a really nice guy, and he's great to work with, and it's truly a pleasure to be engaged with him and having gotten to know him over the years, is he's a great guy.
I can't recommend him, enough. I mean, he's such an asset and such a value to any storytelling that you're trying to accomplish. And I'm just proud to know him. He's a great human being.
And even though he wasn't at the event, he really tuned in and did his research to who I was and what my tribe was all about and what was gonna light them up the most. Total pro. He's got presence, he knows what he's doing, and he will deliver something truly memorable that your audience will love you for.